Hey everybody, what's going on? Jeff here from Films at Home, and I'm back. I know it's been a little while since I posted a video, and I'm going to explain all of that and all the things that have been going on lately, which led to that little delay and that little break that I took. So in this video, I'm going to give you a quick little channel update, which also is going to be a little bit of a life update, which is also going to be a little bit of a movie room update, because all three of those things kind of tie together. And then, because it's been a while, we're going to double up on this video, and I'm going to give you a collection update because I have an exciting new partnership that I want to talk about. And as a result of that partnership, I have a lot of movies and really cool stuff to show off that I've added to my collection. I got these a couple weeks ago, but I'm going to show them to you now. So we're going to start with the little channel life update, and then towards the end of the video, we'll get into that collection update. So make sure you stay tuned for the whole thing. Now, to start on the life update, channel update side of things. So if you've been following the channel for a while, it's been, almost 2.5 weeks since I last posted a video, which is by far the longest break that I've ever taken. I don't think I've ever gone more than 7 or 8 days in the last 3 or 4 years without a video, and those were usually for vacations, so for good reason. But this one is also for a good reason. So the first thing that happened, and has been happening for a few months now, is some of you guys guessed this correctly in the comments, but yeah, my wife is pregnant. We are expecting our first child sometime at the end of August. Last week in August right now is the due date. So she's about halfway through it right now, and over the last few weeks, I've finally been able to start going to appointments, and with COVID, I wasn't allowed in before, and so I've started getting some more exposure to it and getting more involved, which is really nice. But if any of you out there have kids, you also know that just the first pregnancy and the first child on the way, it takes up a lot of time and a lot of planning and a lot of moving around and shifting in the house, and I've just been trying to, take care of her and help out any way I can. So that's, first part of the delay is a good reason. So we've got there's a son on the way. We know it's a boy, sometime towards the end of August. So that happened. January, February, March now. We've been, we announced it in January to friends and family. So been working on that for a few months. And then the other thing that happened, which is also another good thing, is last week on Monday, I started a new job. So I had been with, as you guys know, first of all, YouTube, not my full-time job. I do this as a hobby. It's strictly a passion hobby, little side hustle, but it's not my full-time job. Maybe some people didn't know that, but I work full-time in marketing. I've worked a few different jobs, and I've been working for this company for about 4 years. And another company came to me, made me a great offer, and so I started a new job last week. So the last few weeks leading up to this have been, transitioning out of the old job, moving into the new job. You guys know how that goes. And then the other thing about this job is that it is a remote job. It's fully remote. So even after COVID, I've been working from home for the last year. I'm going to continue working from home now for the immediate future until, something else changes. But in this job, I'm working remote. And so what I've had to do, because of pregnancy plus job, I've had to move my home office because it was in what's going to be the nursery. So I've had to move that into this movie room here. I've had to shift some stuff around. Shelves have moved. Storage is changing. The room right now is a complete disaster, and I don't even have a place to shoot videos yet. I haven't found a new spot. So we're working on all of that. But all of those things kind of tied together. That's where I've been the last 2.5 weeks, just kind of working through all of that and planning. New job, new kid on the way, new life changes, shifting rooms, shifting furniture, all that good stuff. So that's where I've been. So it's all good things. It's all good stuff. It's all happy updates. There's nothing wrong. Everyone's healthy. Wife is healthy. I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. But seriously, she's okay. She's been great. So yeah, that's what's going on. And I started this new job, which is, going to take up some time. Obviously, when you start a new job, there's a lot of things that, you spend a lot of time at the beginning getting to know people and the organization. And so that's been taking up, a lot of the free time that I have had. And honestly, at the end of the day, I'm usually pretty exhausted and, not really ready to make a video. So that's why I'm getting to this now. But that explains it. I'll have a little bit of a room update for you, but there's a lot of shifting. The only thing I think that stayed in place is my TV and my speakers. Everything else has moved. So when I'm finished, I'll do a whole new room tour, show you guys how I reorganized. I found some really cool storage ideas that I really like that I want to show off. And I'll also show you kind of my mobile miniature workstation that I set up, which I think is actually really cool and could be useful if you guys have a smaller space like myself, but need a place to work and need a home office. So I'll show all that in a future video, but that's the life update. That's what's been going on. What does it mean for the channel going forward? I'm not entirely sure. We have 4.5, 5 months until the baby shows up. I can almost guarantee you in August and September and October, while I am, dealing with a 1-month-old, 1-week-old newborn child, that content will probably be slower, but I am still committed, and my wife is still committed to me building on this hobby and having this YouTube channel. So I'm not going anywhere. I may not be uploading, 4 or 5 times a week like I had been, but up until that point for now, I plan on getting back into a regular schedule once I'm settled, and definitely keep on, doing this channel, and it's not going anywhere even after the baby. So that's the life update. So now for the kind of cool collection update and partnership news. So thank you if you stayed along this far. But I have a new partnership with Kino Lorber, who I've been buying from forever. They're a great independent distributor of movies, and they've recently branched out into 4K. I just checked out their Spaceballs 4K release. That was my first kind of partnership with them. And I also have The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly on 4K, which I will be reviewing for you guys very soon. It's coming this week, I guarantee that, with comparison shots and everything. But as a part of that partnership, Kino asked if basically I was interested in their Studio Classics line, which I am. I've bought plenty of stuff. And so they sent me like 20 Studio Classics titles to add to my collection, which I just want to show off because there's some awesome titles, some stuff I've never even heard of, but stuff maybe you guys know. And I'm just really happy to add all these to my collection. So I'm going to go through them pretty quick. The first one was the Chicken Chronicles. So this is from the Studio Classics line. Don't know much about this movie. Maybe you guys do, but like I said, anytime I can add a movie, I consider myself to be sort of an archive or a library of media. So even if I've never seen it, I just want to own it because I'm a collector. Next one up is Me, Natalia. Again, don't know anything about this. It's from the 60s, but most of these have new HD transfers, which is really nice for all the Studio Classics lines. Then we got Gene Hackman and Barbra Streisand. I have heard of this movie. Also stars Dennis Quaid. It's called All Night Long. Again, this is Studio Classics line. This is from 1981. Also picked up Lord Love a Duck, which I do not know, but I'm excited to check out. A new 2K Master from 1966. Then I've got A Pure Formality with Roman Polanski and Gerard Depardieu from 1994. Doesn't say there's a restoration on this one, but still it was done with Studio Canal, so they may have done the restoration and Kino put it on disc. Next up, we've got Cry Freedom, about South Africa and I think some of the apartheid stuff, directed by Richard Attenborough, who you probably know from Jurassic Park. And this is actually one of the Denzel Washington movies I don't have. So if you know about me and my channel, I started collecting by collecting Denzel movies, and surprisingly enough, didn't have this one, but now I do. Next up here with Jack Nicholson and Harvey Keitel, we've got The Border. No new restoration here, but another one, 1982, rated R. Kino has a ton of these like studio, that's why they call them Studio Classics, because a lot of them are from Universal or MGM or Paramount, and those guys just never got around to putting out a Blu-ray release, and that's what makes Kino so great, is they put out these movies on Blu-ray. So after that, I've got the Milagro Beanfield War, which was directed by Robert Redford. I don't know much about it at all, but it's from 1988, and this is another Studio Classic title that they sent me. I've also got The Public Eye, starring Joe Pesci from 1992. We've got Christopher Lee in Search of Dracula with a brand new 2K Master. Christopher Lee is an awesome Dracula, so I was really excited as a horror fan. You can't beat Christopher Lee as Dracula. This is from 1975 and did have a new master. Then I've got Jenny, Marlo Thomas, and Alan Alda, also a new 2K master from 1970. Next up, we've got Peter Fonda and Jerry Reed in Highballin'. Now, unfortunately, this case got a little bit smashed, but not Kino's fault. The package was a little messed up on delivery, so I don't blame them, but I have a replacement case, so it's all good. And this is a new 2K master from 1978. This is an MGM and 20th Century Fox movie. Then we got Raw Courage, which, again, I don't know most of these because they're a little bit before my time, but this one's actually not a Studio Classics title, but it's from 1984, so if anybody's seen this, got that movie in. And then I got The Runner Stumbles with Dick Van Dyke, Kathleen Quinlan, and Beau Bridges, a film by Stanley Kramer, who did It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. And this is from 1979, so this is a Studio Classic, I believe. I can't remember who put this out. It doesn't say on the back, but that's a cool one. And then this one I was super pumped about. The Complete Collection, Buck Rogers in the 25th century. I almost said 21st century, but that's not futuristic enough. This is 1979 to 1981. It has all the episodes, all 32 episodes of season 1 and 2 in this box set. And it also has the movie, I believe. Yep, so it has all the episodes and it has the movie. Really cool series. It has a ton of guest stars if you've never seen that. Kill Them All and Come Back Alone is another one. This is a brand new 4K restoration, which is always nice to see. 1968. This was done again by Studio Canal, so probably a very nice master if I know them. We also got Bustin' Loose with Richard Pryor. This is a Universal movie, 1981. No new transfer here, but again, a movie that didn't have a Blu-ray release. I've got Narrow Margin with Gene Hackman, 1990. Again, Studio Canal worked on this transfer. Also got Caravans with Anthony Quinn, Jennifer O'Neill, Christopher Lee, a few others in this movie. 1978, not a new master again, but another Universal movie, Studio Classic, which, you know, probably wouldn't have come to Blu-ray without Kino. That's a kind of common theme here. We got Richard Dreyfuss, Emilio Estevez, and Rosie O'Donnell. Now that is an eclectic cast, but the movie is Another Stakeout. It's from 1993, and it's kind of a goofy buddy cop comedy, I guess. Never heard of it, but that's a real interesting mix of people. Then I've got Not for Publication, Nancy Allen, David Naughton. This is a brand new 4K master as well, Studio Canal and Kino, and from 1984. Got a couple left here, so thanks for sticking with me. I got Gotcha, Anthony Edwards, Linda Ferrantino. This is 1985, no new restoration, but also available on Blu-ray solely because of Kino. And then Havana with Robert Redford. This is a Sidney Pollack movie, 1990, rated R. But again, a lot of these movies, most of the movies in this stack that I just showed you, probably don't come to Blu-ray without Kino, which is what makes them such a cool distributor. And I'm really excited to have partnered with them because I've already received a couple new releases from them. And I got the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly 4K. They told me I have my hands on any other 4Ks I want to review, which is awesome. So it's a new studio partnership. Of course, I'll be impartial and, you know, unbiased with my my reviews of that. They, you know, didn't ask for anything in return, as none of the studios do. You know, I give honest reviews, I think, which you guys can attest to, whether or not I'm working with the company or not, whether or not I get the copy in for review or I buy it. You know, I've done honest reviews over the years, so that won't change here, but really an awesome new stack of movies. It was about 20 titles that they sent me. So again, I'm going through a little storage reorganization. I got to find a place to start putting some more movies because I lost some storage space with my new home office setup. But it's a really exciting time for me, for the collection, for my life, family, and the channel, because honestly, here in April and coming up in May and June, there are some great 4K releases. So I will be back on this channel posting 4K reviews, posting collection updates, Blu-ray reviews, news updates, whatever it is, I am back on it now. Looking forward to making more content. Just had to take a quick break there for some life stuff that, you know, I explained, but that's the story. That's where I've been. So yeah, first baby on the way. Got a little a little film critic. I'm going to be here in a few months. So yeah, that donation link is down in the description. But no, seriously, it's been good. I'm excited about my new job, new baby on the way, lots of changes, but all good stuff. So that's the update for me. That's the update for the collection. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe because I do have lots of stuff coming. And as always, turn your notifications on because especially with the way my life is changing, the schedule of posting is probably going to get a little more erratic. And so if you have your notifications on, you won't miss any videos. But yeah, check me out on TikTok and Instagram. All the links down in the description for ways you can support me and my channel. I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate all the patience that everyone's had over the last few weeks. I was working on home projects, building a back deck, dealing with some pregnancy stuff and moving the house around, starting a new job, transitioning away from an old job. It all just kind of came to a head at once. But I'm back now. I'm excited to be back, and I'm really looking forward to more videos, more engagement with this great community, and just keep collecting more movies. So thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all soon.